I'm gonna stop talking and just get right to it. So let's bring out some of the key talent behind the film, shall we? First up, please welcome to the stage, the director, Chris Weitz. She plays Alice Cullen in the film, the beautiful Ashley Green. And here's Bella Swan, Kristen Stewart.
She looks like Jojo.
Welcome the actor playing Jacob Black, Taylor Knight. One more cast member backstage. Get loud for Edward Cullen himself. I think I can speak on everybody's behalf when I say, guys, thanks for coming. Everybody's really excited. All right, so let's get right into it. I'd like to throw a question out to Chris first, if you wouldn't mind. Tell us how you became a fan of the Twilight books and why you wanted to direct Newman.
I've been stalking Rob Pattinson for the last 10 years. So when I got a chance to get within touching distance of him, I jumped at the opportunity. Actually, I think it's really an extraordinary cast that was assembled for the first film. And I was very keen to work with them. And like most people of the male gender, I hadn't read Twilight before the possibility of doing the film came up, but once I read it, I realized that it dealt with all these deep emotions that everyone feels. First love and heartbreak and the ecstasy of reunion. And having been dumped so many times in my life, I felt I could also sympathize with Bella's character.
Should we clear the front a little bit so the folks here can see, please? Thank you. Thanks, guys. All right, I'm going to throw this next question out to Ashley. Because you weren't here last year.
I wasn't, no.
But you probably heard about how excited these fans were about the cast coming and stuff. So I want to know what it's been like for you this past year.
It's been incredible. I mean, I've got to be a part of this incredible franchise, and I mean, we've got amazing fans, and all of you people are here, and you're all so supportive and great. So it's been really fun to be a part of it, and I've, learned a ton. It was my first job, really, so it was an incredible first job.
You say that again. So Taylor. We talked about this a little bit earlier today, but I think everybody else out there wants to know about Jacob Black's transformation in the movie. Can you talk a little bit about that, and then what you had to do to physically transform yourself?
Yeah. Jacob, he goes through a lot in this movie. He transforms mentally and emotionally, which is extremely important, but the most challenging for me personally was physically. So I had a lot of hard work cut out for me after filming Twilight. I worked really hard to try and transform Jacob's body so I could portray him correctly for all of you guys. I hope you guys are pleased when you see the results.
Kristen, I'm going to throw this next question out to you. In the Twilight Saga series, Bella's story arc really starts to develop in New Moon. She's faced with tremendous conflicts, and she becomes a real protagonist in this film. So I just wanted to know if it was more difficult to prepare for this movie than it was for Twilight.
It wasn't about the preparation. I mean, it was definitely harder to do this movie just because, I mean, going through what I had to go through. But I think she's less of a protagonist in the beginning of the story, which makes it more powerful when she finally snaps back. Because she's literally completely not like a non-participant in her own life. Like she just basically dies. So yeah, to snap back from that was not that easy. But he helped me. What?
And Rob. We also had a chance to talk about this a little bit earlier today, but you know, in the book, even though you lead Bella, you're very much an integral part of her story because you're constantly in her thoughts. So I know this can be challenging to represent on screen, so I was just wondering how you went about doing that with Chris and representing that.
Is it on?
There you go.
I did very little to help that situation. I kind of, Chris and the special effects team designed a thing which basically allowed me to just stand on a green box and look and stay relatively expressionless, and all these machines did the acting for me, which is the way I like it. And that's it, and that's kind of how it's ended up in the movie, and it looks good, I hope.
Well, Chris, I think to piggyback off of that, I think you brought something for us, right?
Because we really appreciate all of the energy and devotion that you've brought, and in spite of however glib I may seem, I really do appreciate the tremendous love that the Twilight fans bring to the books, and see our fidelity to the books as the key to making the movies work. And thanks to you, we have brought this following clip.
You've always had a hard time finding your place in this world, haven't you? Never knowing your true worth. You can settle for less than ordinary life. Or do you feel like you were meant for something better? Something special?
You will always be a child of two worlds, and fully capable of deciding your own destiny. The question you face is, which path will you choose?
You embarrassed me online. Nobody can embarrass me online.
I want you booty.
What? This is Sparta!